So to me, I would recommend to be creative on what you propose to the market. Be creative, be different, but also be relevant. Like, don't go too much creative because your audience will not understand what you are saying.
It will be too new, right?
Yeah, it will be too new, too like not relevant. They will not be interested in that.
Hi guys, so welcome back to another episode of Rippling Passion. So today's title is gonna be how to start and market your online business or store. So we have our guest here today, Antony, who is a marketing consultant with years of experience. And so, as far as I know, you have 4 businesses, 4 e-commerce stores, correct?
Right, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and yeah, do you mind sharing your story or like your background to the audience?
For sure. So yeah, I'm Antony. Today I'm a marketing consultant with almost 5 years of experience. Over everything I did, I launched about 20 plus websites, funnel project in the e-commerce space. Right now my portfolio is about 4 brands in Europe, and I'm working mainly now with e-commerce and online shop in Asia and Europe and US as a consultant. So yeah, that's my...
And is there like a specific niche that you go into, like only bicycle or like sports or anything like that?
Yeah, so I try multiple niche because I like to experiment a lot of stuff in a lot of niche with a lot of technical stuff. Right now my brands are into interior design because I have some affinity with everything related to decoration and stuff.
And I remember you saying like you're about to start like a wine business here in Cambodia. Is it also like an e-commerce store or what is it?
So it is an e-commerce business for sure because it's fully online and it's about selling product online. My offer and position on the market is pretty different and pretty new for Cambodia. So let's see how it goes. I cannot talk too much about this one for now.
No worries.
But when it will be launched, you guys will know for sure.
Yeah. And when was when was the first time you have discovered marketing or drop shipping for this matter?
Okay, sure. For the marketing part, well, I always had some affinity with psychology. Always liked the psychology of how human think, how human behave between us, and so I just was interested by how the psychology works between us. Psychology is obviously the bones of marketing. So when I was in marketing, I kind of understand how to influence some decision and how to make something more beautiful than the thing is and stuff like that. To me, great marketing is everything, even of a product. And for e-commerce, well, honestly, when I started, I think I was 17. It was a trend. At this time, dropshipping was a trend, and it just like I just used what I knew from a marketing affinity to go into e-commerce and selling product.
And what was the first store that you started with?
I think it's
what were you selling?
Yeah, so it was called Overmood.com. Overmood.com. It was like a streetwear club brand. I really started based on what I saw on YouTube and from what I saw on books about psychology. Well, I launched Facebook ads first. I did some little sales, never really take off. This one was done, and afterwards.
Was this in Cambodia or in France?
It was in France. It was in France, and the second one take off. This one was I was selling like a figure. I think that's how it's in English. And this one worked pretty good.
Okay, cool. And then I was wondering, what motivates you to kind of start this whole thing?
All right, sure. So philosophically, I will consider myself as a builder. So when I was really young, maybe 10, 11 years old, I already knew what I wanted to do. So from that I was like, no, in my life I want to build things. It can be e-commerce store, it can be anything, real estate, a project. I just want to be part of a project and build project over just working working normally.
Gotcha.
So that's why.
Then talking back to your first few stores, how do you started finding products? Like, how do you go look for products? Is it based on the interest, like is it surrounding, or do you go to like a certain website to look for like?
So when I start, for sure, I start with what I think I knew at that time, which was pretty much a mistake, because now if I really want to match my product to a market, reach the product market fit, I will for sure verify a lot of things first. If there is demand, if the market is big enough, if the niche is like how the niche is actually busy with competition, and then I will think about my offer, and after everything maybe I will just before the offer for sure I try to find product, I try to source, I try to see if there is a product that can resolve a certain problem better than the actual solution. So sometimes in my career I found some of that.
Can you give an example to the audience maybe? Like
for sure.
Period of time,
so I launched a project, I think it was last year. So I think you know what the plastic wrap, just to cover.
Plastic wrap,
plastic
to cover.
wrap.
Yeah.
So plastic wrap is like it's plastic. It's like you have to you use, and after you throw the plastic, so it's not good for environment, and also it's not really convenient because you have to buy back this plastic wrap. So we find this product. Actually, we get inspiration from Kickstarter. It was just like a silicone.
Maybe we'll show it in the video.
So to me, this product was obviously a better solution in every aspect for the consumer. They can like save money. They can think about environment. So we took this product, we do marketing around, we do an offer around, we do a funnel around, and then we launched it. It was pretty, it was a good project.
Then, so that's how you find a product. Then what's next is how to market the product. How do you figure out how to market a product? And for example, if you were to pick Cambodia, so how would you go about marketing?
Alright, so most of the time, people who will think about how to market a product will see how the competition actually do. To me, I'm a bit different. For sure, I look at how the competition will work, but mainly I take from what I know on psychology principles, really. I just look which are the angle I can use. For example, authority. I don't know if I can appear on media and use this authority. What kind of social proof I can use. I just try to map the persuasion I can take. I can create from
like from
A to
point
from point A to point B, every principle on the strategy, and then I try to do something like do a marketing strategy around that. And for argument, for sure, I try to see how what the people want to hear, how the people talk, who are the common enemy of these people, and then I can shape ads, marketing, offer around that.
Is there like a specific platform that you prefer over others? Like for example, would you prefer doing Google ads over SEO, or like you prefer Facebook ads and so on?
Okay, sure. So technically, this one will be to acquire traffic. I obviously begin everything with Facebook ads because it was trendy, and I think the tool is really, really powerful. I mean, it was really powerful at that time. It is still really powerful, but we now have to adapt with new rules and stuff like that. Well, in Asia, 100% for sure, I will go for paid ads with Facebook ads. In Europe, I discovered how SEO was working. To me, it's obviously pretty interesting, but in any way, when you go into e-commerce or online shopping, it can be in Asia, Europe, US, you always have to think like an ecosystem. So you cannot depend on only Facebook ads, you cannot only depend on SEO. So we first begin with one source, but afterward you will think about, okay, what I can add to my machine to get this stability in your business. But Asia, Facebook ads for sure. At first.
Facebook ads. So you guys got it, Facebook ads. So any recommendation for the audience if they want to like start an e-commerce store, dropshipping store, or just an online business? What would you recommend?
Okay, sure. What I would definitely recommend is not be just another guy who do the same thing that people do. There's a lot of person I saw want to start business because they heard like this person is selling this specific thing to these specific people, so
they want to copy it.
They want to do the same. And when they do the same, they realize, oh, that's not working for me because the place is already taken. So to me, I would recommend to be creative on what you propose to the market. Be creative, be different, but also be relevant. Like, don't go too much creative because your audience will not understand what you are saying.
It will be too new, right?
Yeah, it will be too new, too like not relevant. They will not be interested in that. At the end, it's just like the person who see your offer as marketing business, just say, wow, that's what I want. Like, that's new, that's what I want to try. And when you get a person trying one new product, now you can work on how to keep this person as a recurring customers, and just build a business after that.
So out of the question that I've written down, have you seen the skincare products here in Cambodia? The whitening skincare product?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
What do you think about those?
About the
What are your thoughts? Yeah.
Okay. Well, skincare is obviously a huge market. Either Asia, Europe, US, like globally, it's a huge market, skincare for sure. I never really dig into this one. I almost dig into one of the projects in skincare, but I never did. To me, well, I see so many creative options to market that kind of product. But what I think, well, I will have to try first because I don't really focus on product much, really. Like, to me, you give me a product, I try to find ways to sell this product. So I more focus on great marketing because to me that's, well, we can talk about that, but to me great marketing do most of the things over good product.
Yeah, because I'm only wondering because I've seen a lot of people do it in Cambodia, but just not much of them are doing marketing, like, Facebook ads. Some are doing Facebook ads, but most are just doing organic marketing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, now they explore, the influencer way, partnership. That shows that very few do actually paid ads, and that's unfortunate in my point of view because Facebook ads is like it's like a machine. If you can control how much you pay to get one customers, you just have to calculate how much you have to spend to get that kind of revenue.
Yeah.
Which you cannot do with organic, you cannot do that with influencing. So Facebook ads is it's a pretty good tool for e-commerce that can be skincare or anything else.
Okay. And so if I was to start up like an e-commerce store today, what is the budget that you would recommend me to start off with?
All right, sure. Well, nowadays I will not recommend. I mean, what is the market you want to get into?
Let's say skincare in Cambodia.
Skincare, Cambodia. Okay, so Cambodia is your location. Skincare is your product you want to sell. Okay, so well, first I will definitely not recommend dropshipping because you cannot really. It depends who are your suppliers. Obviously, if you have a local suppliers, why not? But if you have international suppliers, let's say China, well, because you're in Cambodia, we are used to be delivered in 24 hours, 48 hours. So having this 2 weeks, 3 weeks pre-order, to me, it's a negative point. But it's impossible to some, right? But at skincare, I kind of doubt that. Now, talking about budget, well, first of all, I don't think you will have to make a huge stock. To me, the first step I will do, if you plan to do that, is just to first create you have your product first, right? You conceive your product, you understand what is your advantage on the market. Now we'll try to find every marketing ways around that. You build your brand, you have any colors, logo for sure. Maybe you begin to create some content, shooting, ads, copywriting, just begin to create stuff, marketing stuff around your product.
The branding,
But you don't order yet your stock. You just order like a few, 5, something like that.
So sample,
and you try first on the market like you have it in stock.
Okay.
You just try it. You just try. Like, let's say you want to push paid ads with messaging, and you see like, okay, on my, I don't know, $20 budget I spend on this day with this marketing, these ads, I get like 50 message. On this 50 message, 20 wanted to buy. Well, $20, 20 wanted to buy. That's a pretty good KPIs. So I will first try the market first. So budget is not really huge to that. You're seeing the big budget for the ads, a big budget for the product, and a budget to create this marketing, right? But you have to go as soon as possible in front of the market, because if you work too much on the product, to me, and you don't even know if it's working. I don't know if it's like, I don't know, yeah, it's just like feeling a waste of time if this is not working afterwards.
Okay. And talking about supplier, how would you go about looking for supplier, like internationally, like from China and as well as locally?
Okay. Well, suppliers, most of the suppliers I work with were in China. After you begin to create relation with agents that give you some deal and more streamlined process. To find suppliers, I don't think is really complicated. I mean, you can just go to Alibaba or that kind of websites and just look at the product you want. You can still contact them, contact like even Chinese agent to see what is their price point. Most of the time when you find a kind of product or a product, you can always ask for like a better quality than this one. And then you can try first, obviously. You order some, you try. But yeah, to me, finding suppliers is not really a problem. I just use Google and that's it. After, if you want to find local suppliers, well, I have no experience yet in that. But yeah, just Google too.
So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up this podcast. I know you want to. Do you have anything to kind of?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I have a Telegram channel that I have to be honest been absent for a while on. I would like to reactivate this channel. On this channel, I will share maybe on a weekly basis some advertising and marketing trick to 3 times or 8 times your, well, that can be revenue or ad performance. So if you are an e-commerce, an online shop, or just a business looking for having better performance on ads, you can just follow this channel and see
We'll
the
definitely put the link in the caption.
Thanks.
So yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.